And then I'm going to. All right. Okay, so we're talking about a subject today that many women and men and women, because the men suffer because they don't understand what's going on with their wives, and the women are suffering and they don't understand all that's going on within them, and they wish they did, and they're like, something's wrong with me, what's going on with me, and just give me a second just to minimize my screens here. All right, beautiful. All about the risk of menopausal therapies and menopause. What is menopause? When I look back, I think I thought, wow, I can't wait. Woo! Roll out the red carpet. I'm not gonna have a period anymore. But it's a lot more than that, isn't it, ladies? Isn't it? It's a lot more than that. So menopause is that time that marks the end of your menstrual cycle. It's diagnosed after you've gone through 12 full months, a full year without seeing a period. So menopause can happen. I've heard of women who've had menopause symptoms all in their 30s. I remember my cousin, Dr. Higgs, talking about a young lady who came to her shop and she had just gotten married. Can you imagine how devastated she must have felt that she would be going through menopause at such an early age, 30s. Nobody wants to go through menopause in their 30s, especially if you have no children, because menopause simply means you are not in the childbearing age anymore. You can't have. I was all of 47, I think, when I had a full stop. No more period. Okay. Full stop. My daughter got married, and I think I just went through a lot of stress. And I really believe it's the stress that brought on the um that led to me not seeing another period. I really believe it was more that than anything else. Although I had been having spotting, like off and on, you have this periodic where it wasn't as long, the menses weren't as long or whatever. But menopause is a natural process. Many times people say, "But this must be a curse." But there are countries where women do not experience what we are experiencing here in the Western part of the world. And so we need to follow what they're doing to see what it is that we're doing wrong, why we are suffering so much. And I'll tell you, one of the areas we're suffering a lot in is stress. Okay. We're going to get into all of that this morning. So there are different stages of menopause. It's divided into three basic stages. It's perimenopause, menopause, and then postmenopause. So during this time, the ovaries begin to atrophy, which causes a decline in the production of the hormones that stimulate the menstrual cycle, which is estrogen and progesterone. So they are what? Lower. So at what stage is menopause at its worst? Anybody can tell me? You can open your microphones and we can talk. So studies indicate that mood swings are most common during perimenopause, okay, when hormonal fluctuations are most erratic. So this is like not after, but it's before, just at the beginning, when ovarian hormones stabilize at a low level. All right. And women may find that they are sleeping better when they have gone through menopause. So, I often talk about how I meet women who are going through severe menopausal symptoms, like myself. Couldn't sleep, still can't hardly sleep. Last night I was here brewing my tea. I have to take some kind of something to sleep properly, to sleep long hours. Sometimes, it just doesn't work. Sometimes the tea just, or the whatever I've taken, I just still be tongue cheek, you know? So we have to know that when you would have gone through, this is a great indicator. A great indicator for the end of menopause is that you're feeling better. Your hormones are not as out of control. So your levels of hormonal levels are leveled out, and you're sleeping better. All right. So if you're sleeping better, what does it mean? Your mood's going to be more happier. Your energy levels are going to be up, and you're able to think a little more clearly. I've been taking estrogen, and I'll show you my own when I get to that portion of our program where I can show you some of the supplements that I would suggest. I've been using estrogen. When I don't take the estrogen, I'll be honest, my cognitive, I'm like, what is wrong with me? I can't remember nothing. And I beat up on myself when I can't. But that's when you know that you would have gone through. Is there anyone here in my group this morning who has already gone through? Anybody? So how long does the last stage of menopause last? How long does this last part last? And you know what it says? Up to 5. Okay, great. Charmaine, you're not having any more symptoms of menopause? That is awesome. What, girl? Praise the Lord for you. Well, here you are. You're going to share all of this good information with someone. It can last up to 4 to 5 years. 4 to 5 years. So some women report their symptoms last longer. I remember when I had an aunt that was going through menopause. She says, I just don't feel quite right. Something's not quite right with me. Something's wrong. And her symptoms were same. Just she felt depressed and sad and all these other things. And so I was very new to this whole natural medicine thing, very new, when she called and I said, well, why don't you just take some estrogen? I know in those days, estrogen was still available. I didn't know much about it like I do today, but, oh, okay, I'm sorry. But I definitely was able to give her some advice. And my advice was get some more foods that have, you know, high levels of like the soy, have estrogen like. So she said, okay. So she drank some soy milk every day, and about 2 weeks later, she said, I feel so much better. Thank you so much. But these were my symptoms, and I may have had more. I just have to probably figure them out. But this was me. I had gone to the doctor for all of these symptoms. I said, something's wrong. Of course, hot flashes are common. Everybody knows hot flashes, night sweats, common. But difficulty breathing, had I ever dreamt in my life that I'd have difficulty breathing? Even when I would teach the class just months ago, I would have difficulty breathing to the point that I would just have to I would do certain things in order to get a good breath of fresh air, to get oxygen in my lungs. So difficulty breathing, heart palpitations, all of that. Heart, I have it twice. That's how hard it was, I guess. Body odors, my odor changed. And so I was just learning more about this body and finding out that these symptoms were associated with low levels of estrogen. And so joint pain, depression, dizziness. I would be so dizzy sometimes. I'd be sitting on a chair talking, doing a program with my friend Michelle, and I would have to type her and say, hey, I can't hardly move. I'm having such headaches and dizziness. I feel like I'll fall off the chair. And then, of course, I was having allergies, and I didn't realize it was allergies until I had done every blood test I could find. And my doctor says, Marlene, nothing's wrong with you. Go home, get some rest. I said, something's wrong. And I would have tingling in my feet. I would even go to see Dr. Horsley, my good friend who just left the Bahamas, the podiatrist. And he would give me little stuff to put in my shoes. He said, maybe that's the problem. I was just having these weird problems I could not put my finger on, and burning of the tongue, and even burning sensations around I was just having crazy. To me, it was crazy to me. And not much depression, a little, but not much. I don't stay depressed too long, but I was having these symptoms, and these were my problems. And as I was learning about my body, I realized, hey, something's wrong. And I started Googling, and because my doctor was like, go home and read about this and go home and read about that. And I'm like, and I was reading, but I still was not getting to the final answer. Although I had a cousin who said, you're going through menopause. She works in the office too with my doctor. And I said, no, I'm past menopause. I'm done with that. It's been years. She says, you're going through menopause. Well, here are some other symptoms that you can look at to see where you may fall. Of course, I have hair loss, very thinning of the hair, very, very thin. Weight gain, some women gain weight. Some women lose weight. I met a friend at the store 2 days ago. She says, I have lost weight. I don't have a problem with weight gain. Brittle nails, vaginal dryness, sleep disorders. We said those already. Incontinence. So this is a list that was compiled by the MenopauseNow.com group. So look at all of them and see where you fall. Osteoporosis, mood swings, fatigue and depression, anxiety, irritability, difficulty concentrating, memory lapses, that's me, loss of libido, psychological symptoms. These are the psychological symptoms. And then we have those who are dealing with digestive symptoms. Like I told you before, my mom suffered tremendously from digestive issues. I know some of us here are having the same issue, bloating and discomfort, and just can't seem to get that together. And you want to know what's the problem. Vasomotor would be the body odors, the hot flashes, the night sweats. That's the vasomotor symptoms. Oral symptoms, your burning tongue and gum problems. I'm telling you, I was experiencing all of this. Nervous system, electric shock sensations, and tingling extremities. Did I miss anything? I'm sure I did, but you have the list in front of you. And so for persons who are suffering from digestive issues, I don't know why I decided to go there first. I don't know why I decided to go there first, but we do go there first. So there's a problem with hydrochloric acid. It's necessary for the assimilation or the breaking down of vitamins and minerals, especially vitamin C and calcium. It also keeps bacteria under control. If bacteria is not destroyed in the stomach, it will interfere with the absorption of food nutrients. One of the primary causes of an over acid stomach is a lack of hydrochloric acid. And what can cause or what can lead to a low supply? It can be and can lead to stomach damages, like my mom had. She suffered tremendously from ulcers. My sister did too. Didn't, always just thinking it was stress related. Yes, in a way it is, but of course it has to do with aging. Okay, we produce less hydrochloric acids as we age, as we get older, and of course the types of foods we eat will definitely trigger that. So there are 6 natural ways that you can increase your stomach acid. You can take or increase your levels of zinc. You can take probiotics. You can eat ginger or get some ginger and make some nice strong tea out of it. You can also limit your refined carbohydrate intake. And of course, chewing properly, chewing thoroughly. I have a pastor who'd go around saying you must chew until it just becomes a mush in your mouth. And that's the truth. We should chew, 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 chew. And then, of course, you can try taking hydrochloric acid supplements. According to a 2015 review, older adults have a higher risk of developing digestive conditions that reduce their stomach acid levels. Which herbs increase the hydrochloric acids? How do we increase it? Just naturally. Gentian is a herb that you can use. Globe artichokes, hops, dandelion root are some of the safest and most effective herbs at stimulating gastric acid. Ginger is also a great digestive stimulant, and they work most effectively in tincture form. Tincture simply means you get it in very concentrated forms. And you can actually make your own tincture. I promise we'll do that one day. Maybe we will do that one day next week. I'll teach you how to make a tincture. And so you should also make sure that you're getting, I usually buy my tinctures. The tinctures come in small bottles. Like this one I'm going to show you. So this is a tincture. It's a woman balance. I don't even know if you can see because my camera's closed. Okay. It's just a woman balance for menopause. I bought from our local store here in Nassau. It says holistically. I can't read the information is too small. But this is a tincture. It comes in that kind of form, in drops. And you just take a small amount, add it to some water, and just drink it down. So you can get these in tinctures. You can get the dandelion, the gentian. I don't know about the globe artichoke and the hops, but you can definitely get the others in tincture form. All right. Otherwise, I can teach you how to make your own ginger tincture, strong and potent. All right, great. So, or you can simply find this vegan pepsin on the market, which is digestive energy. Pepsin. And the reason I said vegan or plant-based really is because vegan source pepsin using microbial fermentation like vitamin B supplements. Pepsin is not derived from the pork. If you're purchasing anything like this, you make sure that it's not derived from the pork or the pig, okay? So make sure of that when you're purchasing. All right. So what's next for persons who are suffering tremendously? If you're suffering, that was persons who are suffering from that the stomach acid. I have a friend, great neighbor of mine, who's having severe issues with it, and I tried to explain that to her. And of course, even eating and drinking at the same time, all that, washing down those digestive juices. Make sure to limit your intake of that. And then, of course, stress. Stress burdens the adrenal glands, okay, causing them to overwork. They therefore produce smaller amounts of the hormones that are needed to help reduce the side effects of menopause. We need to avoid stress at all levels. And I know it's not easy because we live in a very stressful environment. We live in a stressful world. But here's what we do. We exercise. But I wanted to spend a little more time. When I first dealt with this topic, I didn't go into the adrenal gland problems, but I want us to look at the signs of adrenal gland problems. What are the symptoms of adrenal gland disorders? Upper body obesity. So you're gaining weight in the upper section, round face, neck, thinning arms and legs, skin problems such as acne or reddish blue streaks on the abdomen or underarm area. This is just telling you that the adrenal glands are what? There's some problems. There's a disorder. High blood pressure, high blood sugars, muscle and bone weakness, moodiness, irritability, and depression all show us that the adrenal glands is stressed. And we need to work on fixing it. So how do we fix it? It says usually the doctor will prescribe hormone medicines to replace the hormones that your adrenal glands aren't making. And you'll need higher doses during times of physical stress. So, but I prefer us to deal with the foods. How about it? How about we deal with the foods instead of taking what your doctor may think may fix the problem? Okay. What foods fix the problem? Here are some of them. Coconut, olives, avocados, and other healthy fats, cruciferous vegetables. That's those that fight cancer. The cauliflower, the broccoli, the Brussels sprouts, cabbage. Those nice cruciferous vegetables. I think there are like 12 of them. Omega-3 fatty acids. We get those from where? Our nuts. Some of the walnuts have the omega-3. The chia, the flax has lots of omega-3 fatty acids. Beans, legumes, and whole grains. So our diet should be predominantly what? Plant-based. As a matter of fact, there are several doctors who are going on record as saying, get on the plant-based diet, get on a gluten-free diet, and you have no more issues with menopause. And I know that may be difficult for a lot of us, but it's a fact. It's the truth. If we can get on a plant-based, whole food, gluten-free diet, you can basically fight this whole situation, this whole normal problem called menopause. I call it menopause. So what can you do? What else can you do? Avoid dairy products. So if you're still drinking cow's milk, get off today. You may not be drinking the cow's milk, but you love cream cheese or cottage cheese or sour cream and all these other types of cheeses. And a lot of us are using it because we say, well, it has probiotics. It has the natural biotics that we're looking for. Yeah, but you can get that other places. You don't need to be taking in probiotics in the form of cottage cheese, sour cream, and all the others. You can get those in plant-based sources. Matter of fact, you can go to somethingbettertoday.com and you can always find out how to make all of these various products that we have listed here on the screen. Okay, avoid sugar. There's a beautiful quote. I don't know if Dr. Rayborn, if he's still here, can find me that quote. It's found in The Spirit of Prophecy, Ellen G. White, in Counsels on Diet and Food. And I'm going to try to Google it. Please remind me somebody at the end of this presentation to do that. It says this about sugar. When we consume, the more sugar we consume, the hotter you are. The more sugar you consume, in other words, you consume a lot of sweets and sugar, your body temperature is like, wow, you're always hot, you're always sweating, you're always like, something's wrong with me. And if we can avoid the sugars, we will find that we will have less hot flashes. Did I say less? I said less hot flashes, okay? Avoiding meat, because it contributes to what? Hot flashes. So I tell you, there are doctors that are going on record who are saying, get off the meat. I'm not your doctor, but I am your nutritionist and I am your medical missionary. And I'm telling you, if you follow these principles, you will find that you are going to feel better. You will feel better. Avoid coffee and tea and nicotine. Avoid all drugs that disrupts the body and causes many side effects, okay? Avoid them as much as possible. Then you're going to do the coffee enema twice a week. I know you're like, well, how does that work? Why am I taking a coffee enema? There's so many benefits. You can always go to our video on the benefits of a coffee enema on YouTube, or you can go to Something Better Today and put in coffee enema, and all the information comes up. Thanks to our very diligent doctor, Syed from Pakistan, who helps me with research. He has answered every question you could think of on coffee enemas and the beautiful benefits. So here's a great thing you can do. You do a coffee enema for 2 weeks, 2 times a day. You always want to make sure that you get your coffee enema in early. Do not wait. Please do not wait until after 2 o'clock to take your coffee enema, or you're going to have difficulty sleeping. And by no means do you take it at night, because you're already suffering from sleep apnea, insomnia, sleep issues. I was going to say sleep apnea. You're already suffering from sleep issues. To take a coffee enema late in the day, I promise you, you're not going to like me very much. And you're going to be like, this doesn't work. But doing it for 2 weeks consecutively, every day, 2 times a day. So you could do one in the breakfast time or one in the lunchtime. I don't know how you're going to fix it. Just do it. And then another supplement or another herb that really has helped with lots of hormonal imbalances is the raspberry. And you can get it locally in the food store. And this here is awesome. Even for PMS, it's awesome. If you have a young lady in your house who's suffering from PMS, let her drink this tea, and this helps to alleviate some of the discomfort that's associated with premenstrual syndrome, and of course, definitely for menopause. If you add the sweetener, then you're not getting the benefit. You want to just make it as a tea. Then you have the black mission figs and sunflower seeds. What is so significant about the black mission figs? Here's some information I found for you. It says this: alleviating menopausal symptoms, women who eat 4 to 5 black mission figs daily, 4 to 5 black mission figs daily, will find that their progesterone increases, which in turn helps to what? Overcome symptoms of menopause. So get yourself some black mission figs and you will feel a lot better. Anemia and fatigue. Being high in iron, sufferers of anemia can benefit greatly also from the invigorating effects of figs. I'm not a fig lover, but hey, we want to get relief. We're going to try 4 or 5 of those. And then the seeds. The seeds are high in vitamin E, omega-3s, omega-6s, found in pumpkin, sesame, sunflower, and flax. These are essential for hormone production and follicle function. So try to get yourself some of these seeds today. Get some of them, start eating them, start using them every day, okay? You don't have to do the same one every day. You can alternate. Do flax one day, sesame one day, sunflower one day. You know, my go-to is chia. I love the chia, but I do add flax to my smoothies when I remember. I'm bad at that. Then you can do, like I said before, using the enzymes with hydrochloric acids in them because it aids in digestion. We've already dealt a whole lot with that before. Another beautiful benefit requirement will be the lecithin. Anyone's familiar with lecithin? A lecithin, 1 cap or 1 teaspoon daily before meals helps to emulsify the vitamin E, and you need the lecithin. So you can get lecithin in granules. You get lecithin in oil. And a great way of doing that is you can just add it to your salad dressings because it helps to bring the oils together. It helps it helps with the separation of oils and water or liquids. Okay. Primrose oil or black currant oil, 1 tablespoon daily, acts as a sedative and a diuretic. So try using the primrose or black currant oil. It's good for hot flashes and great for the production of estrogen, okay? Vitamin B6 eases symptoms of hot flashes and reduces water retention. B6, okay? So these are just supplements that you can find locally, I'm sure in your grocery store or in the pharmacies. I have a problem. I purchase these things and then I don't use them. So that's my only problem with me. Yeah, I have a problem. I don't like taking stuff. I hate it. I hate swallowing pills. My dad was like that. I'll hold up my mouth forever. Then why don't you just try taking some blackstrap molasses? Because that's what it does. It helps with the reduction of hot flashes and heavy perspiration. Or Just take potassium. 99 milligrams of potassium daily will give you the same amount that you would need if you took 1 tablespoon of blackstrap molasses. Some people can't take the sweet. It's very, very sweet. But you could take the blackstrap molasses, you can mix it in some soy milk, which will give you some more of that estrogen-like quality that you're looking for. Why not? Or you can just take it and add it to your smoothies if you can tolerate the taste of it, or simply just swallow. Simple, all right? Or just get some potassium supplements. Vitamin B complex, 100 milligrams 3 times daily. Vitamin B complex, all right? Vitamin B5, pantothenic acid, known as the anti-stress vitamin. Some of us are feeling stressed? Get some. It converts fats and carbs and protein into energy. The B vitamins in totality should be used because it helps to convert foods into energy. It helps in the production of the adrenal hormone, that same gland, remember, that we were talking about earlier, and the formation of antibodies. So this is going to help you get rid of the stress. It helps with, it's an anti-stress vitamin. It helps you to alleviate stress, helps you to think better, clarity. That's what we're looking for. Selenium. My mom swore by it. 200 mcgs daily, light to normal hormone balance, okay? Multivitamin mineral complex. If you take a dose of 1 to 2 times daily, okay, evening and morning, needed for normal hormone production and function, okay? Multivitamin mineral complex, all right? Vitamin C. We think we're taking enough, but truly we're not. And I had another symptom. I was having areas where just underneath the surface of my skin, I was having little, I'd have a little bleeding underneath the skin. And I was advised by my favorite doctor, Dr. Mayman Wilson, up your vitamin C, up your vitamin C. So I went to 10,000 milligrams daily for like 2 straight weeks. I said it, 10,000 milligrams every day for 2 straight weeks. Needless to say, I have no more issues with bleeding under the skin, all right? So vitamin E, 400 to 1,600, I use daily, increase daily until hot flashes go away, all right? Then, of course, probiotics are very important. The lactobacillus acidophilus, 1 tablespoon each night. I usually take my probiotics in my enema, but of course I don't do an enema every day. So we should be taking some form of probiotics every day. Then we want to do the calcium and magnesium, 2,000, and this will help with preventing, avoiding osteoporosis. 2,000 milligrams daily of calcium and 1,000 milligrams of magnesium. And the chelate form is the best and relieves irritability. So let's try to get all of what I'm saying. I hope you're getting a screenshot, or you can just go back and watch the video again later on once I post it. Then there's boron, 3 milligrams daily, aids in calcium absorption and prevents bone loss. L-arginine, 500 milligrams daily on an empty stomach, detoxifies the liver and ammonia and aids in liver function. L-arginine. Then you have L-lysine, taken on an empty stomach, 500 milligrams. Like I said before, the L-lysine known to help to boost immune. So there's so many benefits for the L-lysine. Then there's germanium. You should take it twice a day, 60 milligrams. It helps to relieve discomfort and makes oxygen more available to the tissues. For those of us having breathing difficulties, like I said, my breathing difficulties went away. Everything just basically balanced. I'm going to tell you what I did and what I'm doing to have helped me to get over and to be where I'm at today. Praise God. Exodus 15:26 says boldly, I am the Lord who heals you. 1 Peter 2:24 reminds us that through Jesus's wounds we have been healed. And Psalms 107:20 further assures us that God's word has the power to heal us. I'm telling you, I would wake up in the morning in so much pain, so much discomfort. I would have pain from the waist down. I just did not know what was going on. And I went on a full gluten-free diet, fully gluten-free. And I was going back and forth for a little while, you know. Miss Muriel and I would talk about going gluten-free, and I just made a decision after doing good research on the allergies I was having. And today, if I were to even taste anything with a little, if I take in a tablespoon of it, I just start having the same pains all over again. And so I just got rid of it altogether. I was having severe sinus problems. I got rid of the foods that were uh, leading to that chronic problem, which was the wheat, and for me, bananas, and of course, I don't do dairy, but I was still having severe problems. So the wheat was, and peanuts, wheat, peanuts, and the banana was my issue. They were my issues when it came to the sinuses, the wheat being problems for pain, like arthritic pains throughout my body. Okay, so here is another therapy that people have been using. Do I recommend it? That would not be my choice. And there are so many reasons why I would choose not to go with the menopause hormone therapy. All right. Um, I'll highlight some of them for you in a minute. But the fact is that it's extracted, the hormone therapy that most doctors are prescribing, this estrogenic product is isolated from the urine of pregnant horses. It has been used for hormone replacement therapy for postmenopausal women in the US since 1942. Would I use it? No. Not me anyway. That's just me. It's synthetic. It's combined with progesterone, has been used to control the severe symptoms of menopause. However, listen to this. It may cause fluid retention, increase the severity of asthma, heart disease, kidney stones, epilepsy, and migraine headaches. Do I want it? No. I'm already having those problems. Why am I going to take something that's going to create those problems? I would stay away. That's just me. That's me. That's not your doctor talking. That's not you. That's just me. Women who have a uterus, that is, who have not had a hysterectomy, are generally prescribed estrogen plus progestin for menopausal hormone therapy. And this is because estrogen alone is associated with an increased risk of endometrial cancer. But estrogen plus progestin is not. So estrogen is used alone only in women who have had a hysterectomy. And there's so much information here on why I would choose not to go with the hormone menopause hormone therapy. But you can research it. You can go to somethingbettertoday.com and you find all this information there. All right, as we have posted. But I'm just saying that there's something that I wouldn't do. All right. What are the health effects of menopausal health therapy, hormone therapy? I just highlighted some of them. So research has shown that here are some of the following health effects: hip and vertebral fractures, vaginal bleeding, urinary incontinence, dementia, stroke, blood clots, heart attacks, breast cancer. Women who take the estrogen plus progestin were more likely to be diagnosed with breast cancer than women who took the placebo. So, all of this just literally tells me that it's not something that I would prefer to do. Lung cancer. Women who took combined hormone therapy had the same risk of lung cancer. This has been colorectal cancer. So all of these are just red flags for me. And I just chose to go natural. Okay, let's see if I can go there quickly. But here's a thought: is that some women seek relief from menopausal symptoms with complementary and alternative therapies. Some of these remedies contain phytoestrogens, which are estrogen-like compounds. Like I said, the soy has estrogen-like compounds. Plant-based sources such as soy, whole grains, cereals, primarily flaxseed, legumes, and black cohosh. All right. So let's look at some of the other therapies quickly. Let's see if I can go there quickly. I have on my another PowerPoint here. Let's see if I can go there quickly and tell you some of the things I tried. Sorry. For me, I used hold on. I can't see my thingy. I can't find my cursor. Okay. Okay. All right, let's go quickly. Let's see if I can show this to you. I couldn't find my little mouse. what he's hiding from me. And then we're going to take your questions and your comments if you have any. So you can try the valerian root also for sleep therapy. I hope I have here the one I'm taking. You can do the hops and valerian root to help you to calm the body and promote restful sleep. You take that at night, eh? Not during the day. Please take it at night. All right, let's go back very quickly. I'm sorry. All right. To moisturize and lubricate for vaginal dryness, you can use a moisturizer and lubricant. But you can also take Damiana. Anyone here is familiar with Damiana? It may come on the next slide. I'm sorry, it's not where it should be. Damiana is very good for that. My mom used to use it. Then there's slippery elm, a paste made from aloe vera and slippery elm powder mixed like the consistency of toothpaste. You take the aloe vera and the slippery elm. The slippery elm is very thick and gelatinous. You mix it like a toothpaste kind of a mixture, and you insert it into the vagina at nights, and this can relieve from vaginal dryness. So you take in the aloe, plain aloe, you're mashing it out, add the slippery elm to that, just mix a little together, and just insert and see if it helps for those of us who are having issues. I have it here. Damiana enhances sexual desire and pleasure. Okay. Because there are many women who are suffering, who are not having the desire. I had a lady that texted me yesterday who says, hey, I'm not having the desire. My libido is low. What do I do? So I simply sent her this information, but I will send her this presentation this morning also. So that's really what we need to do. And, you know, these herbs really do help. Okay. To help with preventing osteoporosis and getting lots of calcium, you could do the amaranth. That's a grain. You can get amaranth flour. You get amaranth in seeds, like you can make a cereal. Chickweed, dandelion greens, nettle, and seaweed, and watercress. Black cohosh, anise, fennel, licorice, raspberry, sage, unicorn, and wild yam root are natural estrogen promoters, as are soybean products. I'll quickly get my supplements from the room. We're late for exercise today, but we're going to see if we can continue. Do not use licorice for more than 7 days in a row, because it can definitely elevate your blood pressure and can lead to seizures. Gotu kola, my mom swore by it. Black cohosh, these are the herbs I heard her talk about so often. Red raspberry, sorry, I'm reach for one thing here I just found in the store. For those of us who may be looking for this herb, here goes one. I have licorice up there too, and I'll show you the red clover. So traditional medicinals carries the red clover. They carry licorice also. I have a box up there. I'll try and get it at the very end of our presentation. So red clover, Don Quay, relieves hot flashes, vaginal dryness, and depression. So, and we should be drinking the red clover every day. It helps to purify the blood. I'm coming to that comment. St. John's wort, very, very good stuff for persons who may be suffering from anxiety and depression. Okay. And many of us are suffering in silence because we figure we're the only one going through this problem. Siberian ginseng aids in relieving depression and in the production of estrogen. If you have, this says, do not use if you have high blood pressure or a heart disorder. All right. Then your diet. What about your diet? We said already, make sure that you consume foods that are estrogen-like, but make sure it's also 50% raw. 50% raw. Ideally, we want to get to 75% raw, but if you can get to 50% raw, remember that plate should be half raw or half non-starchy vegetables, steamed veggies. Make sure it's at least that. See all these beautiful raw foods I have here on our screen. Just try to make sure that you beef up on that and take a protein supplement to keep your blood sugar normal. You can also use, for keeping your blood sugar normal, you can take oh my goodness, is a green algae. Oh, I'm gonna remember. We use it when we're fasting a lot. Oh, it's green algae. I'm gonna find it. I can't remember it right now. I used to sell it at my spirulina, however you want to pronounce that. Helps to keep the blood sugar normal, and it has a great protein supplement. So make sure that you have foods high in phytoestrogens, such as the soy, flax, nuts, whole grains, apples, fennel, celery, alfalfa, Soy and soy isoflavones may help to alleviate hot flashes associated with menopause. A high intake of phytoestrogens is thought to explain why hot flashes and other menopausal symptoms rarely occur among Asian women. What's crazy is I'm now allergic to soy. I break out in hives, so I can't even have the soy. So I have to I'm really supplementing where I can. Do not consume animal products. Cut these things out, like I said before, and we should be right on track. Exercise, exercise, exercise. Exercise is key. Substitute garlic and onion for salt. Drink lots of water. Make sure that you're doing the formula, following that formula. Half your body weight in ounces. And we said these are ready. Yeah, if you're having painful intercourse, then the vitamin E or the aloe vera gel, like we said before, can help. And of course, that was what they said for my married folk only. All right. And what causes incontinence? After menopause, there's a reduction in the sex hormone estrogen and can cause shrinkage of urethral and vaginal membranes, promoting incontinence. There may be a continual dribbling of urine, so the urethral dilation helps to stretch a contracted urethra. All right. So a lot of women are suffering from incontinence. So there we go. A lot of women also suffer from hypothyroidism. It's very common in menopause. I spoke to somebody last night who says, my thyroid's very underactive. What should I do? I'd say take some kelp. Kelp helps to get that the thyroid functioning. All right. Then you should definitely protect yourself against heart attacks and heart problems. You can use hawthorn berry. All right. Hawthorn berry is a very excellent herb for protecting against that. All right, I'm going to run and get some of the herbs and just show you quickly. I do have the red clover, like I said before. I'll just highlight myself quickly so you can see it easily. And then I'm going to run and get my bins so I can show you quickly. I have a few, I don't have a lot, but I do have the vitamin Bs. I'm very big on the vitamin Bs. That's very good. Okay, I won't bring everything, but I do have the St. John's wort. Comes in tablets. And then this one, Estroven. I don't have my purple box. I usually take the purple box, but I had a little niece who came the other day and I asked her to bring me one so I could try it. And I'll be honest with you, I was going to the restroom and I'm like, something's wrong with me, man. This urine is high. I'm drinking my water. The color is normal. And then I was, like I said, I'm researching. Most of my days are spent just researching. And I was like, something's wrong. So then I realized my estrogen levels were low. So I wasn't taking it because, I was like, I'm not too sure about this particular one. This one is supposed to be for weight management, healthy metabolism, night sweats, and hot flashes. So I said, anyway, I'll take it anyhow. And I'm telling you, not kidding, not kidding. The day I took it, the odor went away. So it may be that your estrogen levels are low. So, initially you won't see. I've been taking the estroven off and on for probably about, I don't know, probably a year, 2 years or so around there. So if you're taking it and you're not seeing any relief right away, as Dr. Agna Trash would say, if you try and take it for at least 3 to 6 months before you get the full effect. But, I suggest try it, give it a shot. I'm not necessarily advertising for them, but definitely it does work for me. All right. You could also just get the herbs and in individually if you want. You could do the black cohosh, you could do the primrose oil. But why do that when you can get something that has everything in there that you need? That's what I like about this product. It has all that I need in one sitting. So for me, it works well. It does contain soy. So I'm not breaking out in hives like I normally do. But if I eat the soy, then I break out. I break out tremendously. Any questions, any comments, please, by all means, open your microphones. Let's chat while we are wrapping up here this morning. Oh, and there was a comment. Go ahead.
The St. John's wort, would you say that does?
This is for anxiety, depression, calm, making you feel calm. Okay, hold on one second. Okay. Yeah, it's really, really effective for that. Very, very effective. St. John's wort. So my cousin, one of my cousins, she loves the St. John's wort. When I started going through the symptoms, I just said, you know what, let me just go and pick up everything I need. Who's to say what I don't like taking stuff. I hate taking things, but I'm gonna be honest, I take these because I know it helps me to feel better, you know. And the brain fog is just almost completely gone. I was just having this, I was like, something's wrong with me, you know, but it's just about gone altogether. So try
And
it.
one, the hawthorn berry.
Mhm. For the heart, high blood pressure.
Oh, okay.
Very good for the heart, very good for high blood pressure. But like I said before, the herbs have such multi-use, right? So let's see what else hawthorn berry is good for. But my mom, uh, we would always recommend it for what is it good for? And we recommend it for high blood pressure is always number one. Sorry, heart disease is number one. High blood pressure, that's what's here. Heart disease, high blood pressure, and cholesterol. Okay, it helps with blood flow, coronary artery blood flow, improves circulation, lowers blood pressure, and also been used to treat boils and skin sores. So, like I said, these herbs have such beautiful multi-purpose. They're great, and that's the way God designed it. I love it. So get some hawthorn berry. If you know anybody with high blood pressure today, you know anybody who may think that, and it just helps to protect a woman because we are more susceptible to having a heart attack or heart disease during this time. We are more susceptible to so many things: diabetes, cancer, so osteoporosis. So we're just protecting ourselves. We're trying to safeguard ourselves. All right, that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do. As far as possible, you know, just do the best you can. Do the best you can. Get on a good plant-based diet. And I really believe in my heart, getting on a gluten-free diet can alleviate so many issues that we are facing today. You know, remember that the wheat has been tampered with over and over again in the laboratories of Satan, I call it. And it's growing without use of the need of rain or water, just growing on its own without the need of sunlight. So you know that it's been tampered with. It's definitely genetically modified. And so I would say go with I'm going to pull up out of my cupboard, even though I'm recording and it's going live later on. I do the gluten-free products. I do the gluten-free products. I do the gluten-free products. I only do gluten-free. My friend was like, well, what do you eat? I said, I do gluten-free. You know, I was making some pancakes for my little boy yesterday. And I said, well, I can't taste these, you know, because it has wheat. I used the wheat. And so I forgot, I did have some gluten-free oats, but I said, I don't need no pancakes. I have my raw breakfast, you know, and that's all I needed. But yeah. Any other questions, please, by all means, open the microphones. Let's do it now while I pull up our information for the next class. And for those who may be listening and watching, if you, by any chance, have a desire to learn more, you can reach out to me by way of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, um, and of course, you can always message us by email. I'll put my email up. I don't know if it'll end up on the screen, but I will put it up there. All right. It's Marlene, my name, underscore McKinney at live.com. So if you'd like to reach out to me for more information or for a consultation, or if you want to join our group called The Melt, where we exercise together every day, Monday to Friday. That's Marlene. Oh, I see that question. Sorry. Marlene underscore McKinney at live.com. Okay. How do we take care of ourselves if we're finished with menopause? Praise the Lord for you. Hallelujah. What do you do? 1 second. Good. So what do you do if you are finished with menopause? I suggest that you just continue exercising, continue getting on that plant-based diet. I I would still probably do some supplements if you need it. I would do a good multivitamin, just to make sure. I love vitamin Bs. The vitamin Bs are very important. It converts food into energy, makes you feel more energized. But I would definitely be exercising, most definitely. You know, there's a lady, her name is Babette, Chef Babette. And let me show you Babette. Let me show y'all Babette. I just love her because she looks amazing. She looks amazing to me. And she is 70, I think she's 72 in, okay, so she's 73, because yeah, she's 73. Look at this beautiful photo of Babette. I'm gonna pull up a nice picture of her. I want to look like her. I don't know about you guys, but my goal is to be as healthy looking as this lady at 72. At 72. All right. Let me show you her. Oh my goodness. The picture is so big, you're not going to see it. Hold on. How do we do this? Let's go back. The picture came out so big. Ah. Okay, let me just show quickly. And Babette has a testimony of this world. She went through a lot. She went through a lot. Very quickly, and then we'll get into our chair aerobics. We're late today for chair aerobics. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But this is a very important topic. Very one that's dear to me. And I know there are many women. Okay, good. You can see it. Postmenopausal for, okay. So then I understand. You see that? Postmenopausal for 10 years and still having symptoms with hypothyroidism. So you need to get some kelp and you need to get on this plant-based diet. So look at Babette, 72. Look at that lady. Hallelujah, Jesus, 72. I want to look like that at 72, Miss Troy. Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's look at that woman.
Wow.
72. Look at her. 72.
Wow.
You know, 72. Look at those abs. 72. This is the one I went to, but it's kind of a big photo. Yeah, it's huge. I mean, just beautiful. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful, strong lady who represents us. You know, we can be just as strong. We can do just what she's doing. Okay? There's no need for us to be suffering the way we are. I don't know if she had any redo on those boobs, but they looking real. Okay, let's get back to this question. Huh? They look perfect. They look perfect. Okay, but I admire her. I admire her so much. Oh wow, from 38 and I'm 57. Wow. Okay, great. So let's deal with the questions now. Let's deal with these questions. All right, number one. Well, the next question says, not question, but comment. Suffering for 10 years. Some people suffer longer. We suffer longer. We suffer longer because we're not following the right principles. So if you were to just arm yourselves with what I just shared, I promise you, you will have relief. You will. There's no reason why you shouldn't. Okay? So you will have relief. Please, by all means, try it today. Okay? Start with the estrogen alone and a half raw diet, 50% raw. And then I would suggest going on a gluten-free diet. So let's look at, I'm going to come to that next comment. Let's look at the foods that are high in gluten, right? There's not just wheat that has gluten, right? Oats has gluten. That's why my oats are even gluten-free. But even then, I think I'm still slightly allergic, right? I'm still slightly allergic to the gluten-free oats. So let's look at the foods with gluten. Bulgur wheat, cakes and pies and candies and cereals and cookies and crackers, okay? Foods that process with processed wheat. What gluten foods to avoid? Pancakes. So I make my own pancakes and everything. I do everything from scratch. So it's hard for me to say I'd go back into my shop. I can't because my food is totally different from what I'm used to. It's different. It's not the same, you know. So I go gluten-free. Let me show those products again. My friend brought me this one from Miami, Jackie. I was so grateful because I was looking a nurse, my little girl Knowles, she told me about this one. She said, Miss Marlene, it makes good cakes. I said, okay, great. Now my cakes are sugar-free, so they're not gonna be the same. Then I do the gluten-free rolled oats by Bob Red Mills. I do, well, that's chickpea flour. I do this one also. There's another one in there that I'm not so excited about, but it does help. This is gluten-free by Bob Red Nose. And there's another one here. Where is it? Somewhere back here, my little. I call it the narrow hallway. I don't know why I can't find it. There's another one here though. Then you can get the oats and flour. I didn't even know. Oh no, that's spelt. So now spelt still has wheat. Spelt still has wheat. More tolerable because it's an ancient grain, but I can't eat it. I can't eat it. So for those of us who are having severe symptoms, I say just go fully gluten free. So fully gluten free, and you will find me. I thought I had I thought I saw my gluten free flour, but I don't. So until just go gluten free. So Miss Joanne says, cook and we'll buy it. Okay, Miss Joanne, I'll put that to the test. Maybe I can't. I don't know if I would. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll do some products, And then Charmaine says, I thank you for this chat this morning. I've been suffering from menopause from age 38 and I'm 57. Wow. I had a full hysterectomy, and that's why. That's why. That's why you suffered. The hysterectomy takes you fully into menopause. She said, I was terrified to take the meds. I was definitely, yes, try the estrogen. Try the estrogen. Try getting some red clover tea. Everyone in this group, whether you're suffering or not, you should all be drinking red clover tea. Purifies the blood. The Queen's mama lived to 102. She drank this every day. All right, purifies the blood. So try the estrogen. You can get estrogen locally here in Nassau at Prescription Parlor. I went there 2 days ago. I was trying, I think I work for Prescription Parlor. If this video goes out and they hear, I literally take people there to shop. I don't even know the owners, but I'm just passionate about herbs and I'm passionate about what it could do. So I was there and I was helping this girl to find some. There was none. And I usually get the purple box from them, which has black cohosh, a herb that helps you with sleep. I can't remember the herb. It wasn't one familiar to me initially, but I said just give it a shot. Give it a shot. All right. Anybody else? Anyone else? We are officially going to have 12 minutes of chair works this morning. But this is a very important topic. I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate about health, period, full stop. My mom suffered tremendously from menopause symptoms, and she was quite the herbalist. She would buy herbs and give away to the entire nation, literally, Yeah, she would just buy and use it and buy it for people. She was a special lady. And I became her. I became my mom. I have all these stuff here, and I'm like, hey, come and get it. Come and try it. I got this one from Super Value Cable Beach. Super Value Cable Beach here in Nassau, Bahamas is a special store. Miss Dean, the manager there, she is bringing in some very good herbs. I go there and you find traditional medicinals, and I just love that brand. You can get it in so many. I couldn't believe it when I found it there. I was like, wow, I'm not leaving this. So there are so many other herbs there. When you get there, if you are uncertain of one that you may want to try, just screenshot it, send it to me. I'll tell you if it's good or bad, or yay or nay, or you can just Google it to see the benefits of it. I don't do caffeine. So anything with caffeine, that would be the ones that I would be staying away from. All right. Don't do the caffeine. Caffeine is going to it's going to mess you up. All right. So our time's gone. We will do another session on this. I'll probably do a live chat where people can ask questions. It was scheduled for Sunday in August. And after Sunday, but I'm booked and I won't be able to do it, but I will do it probably next week, Sunday. We'll have an open forum where we can ask more questions and get answers to our problems. So until next time, for those of us who are watching by video, we say, God bless you. Hope to hear from you soon, and join the melt so we can all look like Miss Babette at 73. All right, let's do it.